Hey guys, it's Hunter. Welcome back to another Askgufish short. Again, just reacting to one new 2021 lineup by request. Been getting a lot of questions about Jackson, including from Maeve plus Ibanez and Epiphone over on Discord. Oh yeah, join our Discord server. It's super chill, really active, memes everywhere. But yeah, not gonna lie, for a long time, I really slept on Jackson guitars. You know, kind of threw them in the same basket as Ibanez. They had their super strats and their pointy metal guitars, just really not my thing at all. Last NAMM though, Jackson brought it. Right, they had the ash blasted modern Dinky's new Mark Morton, Rob Caggiano signature models. They brought back the green crackle finish. You know, they really made a statement at NAMM 2020. They weren't just the ugly stepchild that gets sent to the attic whenever Daddy Fender has more distinguished guests over.
One more sound and you'll wish you'd never been born, boy. And fix that door.
Yes, sir.
And they're also really cool because just like Charvel, they have some awesome neck specs. I don't enjoy the shape as much, like they're really thin and made for shredders, but by and large, the fingerboards have 12 to 16 inch compound fingerboard radii and graphite reinforcement as standard features. But building on that 2020 lineup, for 2021, they've got a ton of new models. So let's take a closer look. Starting at the top, there is a brand new Misha Mansour signature, and holy it looks so sick. I've tried his Pro Series Juggernauts before. They're very good. They look like metal guitars. This one though, it's classy. Daphne blue strap body, matching Fender headstock, roasted maple. Oh sorry, Jackson and Charvel call it caramelized maple. Neck and headstock, lumen lace side dots, jumbo stainless steel frets, Goto 2-point tram and locking tuners. I mean, this is something that Charvel should be making. Come on Charvel, be a man. Put some stainless steel frets on that caramelized maple. Bare knuckle Ragnarok in the bridge, 2 bare knuckle trilogy suite single coils, which are supposed to be super high output and almost have a P90 type feel. All open core H white. The thing looks so classy. Made in Japan though, so it's a little pricey. $2,700 pricey. And some of you are gonna love this. The fingerboard has a stupid flat 20-inch radius. Thank God I hate flat fingerboards because that has just killed my gas boner and saved my wallet. But the MJ series is a big theme for Jackson this year. Across the Fender family of brands, there's been a lot of collaborations with Japan. The HM Strat last year, the Boxer Strat this year. Charvel has that one model whose name I can't remember because it's so obnoxiously long, but it has a wenge neck and a walnut top. It's pretty freaking sick. Jackson actually has a long history with Japanese-made guitars. MIJ Jacksons from the early to mid-90s are considered to be the golden years of Jackson imports. So for 2021, we've got a ton of new MJ series Jacksons made in Japan. There's the Dinky DKR. It comes in ice blue metallic and the super interesting satin black with yellow accents. Alder body, 5-piece maple walnut neck, lumen lace side dots, ebony fingerboard, same 12 to 16 inch compound radius as on Charvel's. I love that single lonely shark fin inlay on the 12th fret. He's quarantining just like the rest of us. Goto 1996 T-Trem. Goto tuners, DiMarzio pickups? Wasn't expecting that. A super distortion in the bridge, a PAF Pro in the neck. The DKR MAH on paper is almost exactly the same, but with a mahogany body instead of alder. Comes in snow white and gloss black. Seymour Duncan JB and Jazz pickup combination. Not gonna lie, this looks like all the typical Jacksons I would normally see on the walls of Guitar Center or Sam Ash as I walked past them to go find the Les Pauls. Visually, they're exactly what you'd expect a metal guitar to look like, but I'm sure they play great, and realistically, if you're gonna launch a new high-quality Japanese Jackson series, they need to be in it to complete the lineup. Jackson probably knew that they needed some more interesting guitars as well though, and that's why the Dinky DKRA and DKRP exist. Both have mahogany bodies. The former has a matte sandblasted ash top. Love how much ash blasting Jackson's doing lately. Wait, the latter has a satin poplar burl top. The DKRA has Duncans, the DKRP has DiMarzios. Not gonna lie, that satin poplar with the blue natural burst and matching headstock looks hot. I just wish the headstock shape itself wasn't so ugly. Then an MJ series soloist SL2. I'm not trying to be funny here, but as someone who isn't that familiar with Jackson, what is the difference between this and the Dinky? Just that the headstock isn't reversed? Oh, okay, Google says the body is slightly bigger and it's neck through. Oh, it's neck through. Okay, dope. So that's why it's more expensive. We're all learning together here, guys. Other than that, a lot of very similar specs. Alder body, JB Jazz combo. It does have a 3-piece maple neck instead of a 5-piece though. Last of the MJ series is a new neck through Rhodes. Alder body, 3-piece maple neck, JB Jazz pickups, black with all the chrome hardware and a mirror pickguard. It's like it was designed by the guys in Kiss. I don't like Jackson guitars enough yet to drop over $2 grand on one, but Jackson fans, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. What do you think of the MJ series. Excited that Jackson's making a return to high-end made in Japan guitars? Or nah, you're happy with the current quality level of their import lines? Before we get into the next guitar, which is badass, you know what else is badass? Keeping your online data safe and your online presence secure. What is this segue? Let's take a quick second and thank NordVPN for sponsoring this video. With how much we use the internet for everything, emails, banking, buying guitars, the last thing you want is for your information to get in the wrong hands. And that is where NordVPN comes in. Most of my business centers around being online, so I don't take any chances with my online security. I use NordVPN all the time. They have super fast servers from all over the world, so with a click of a button, you can hide your location, make it seem like you're in a completely different country. On an entirely separate, unrelated note, did anyone else catch the season finale of Star Trek Discovery? It's on UK Netflix. More importantly, NordVPN encrypts your connection and makes your data unreadable to any potential bad actors. So if you're ready to step up and secure your online data, head on over to nordvpn.org/Agufish and use the code Agufish, because right now for you guys, they've got a special deal. Right now, sign up for a 2-year plan and get an additional month free. That works out to less than $4 a month, which compared to getting your information stolen is pretty good. So that's nordvpn.org/Agufish. Massive thanks to them for sponsoring this video and also for the amazing channel support on this push to 100K. Now that we've talked about the badass online security, let's get back to talking about the badass guitars. All right, so look at this thing. It's the new Pro Series Marty Friedman MF1. Yes, that is in fact a purple mirror top. If you're wondering, no, it's almost certainly not actual glass, but rather plastic. I believe only the original Paul Stanley Iceman was actual mirror. One reason that's the only one is it's actually really difficult to do. You can't just take a hammer to a literal mirror. It doesn't break cleanly into big pieces. You get a ton of small pieces and dust and it's just a mess and it doesn't work. Glass is also sharp, so it can cut you. So you literally cut pieces and have to round the edges to make them safer. But the other reason you don't use actual glass is that it's stupid heavy. You think a Nolan Les Paul is heavy? Try a guitar with an actual glass top. So anyways, it's plastic. Now I have played his previous affordable signature, the X Series MF1, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I did not like it. I hated the super thin neck profile. His passive EMGs weren't that great to my ear. It overall just felt kind of cheap. And I thought after that I was over Monarchs. But damn it, Jackson, if you haven't created something gorgeous and unique here to reel me back in. Interestingly though, look at this. The back of the headstock, $11.99, crafted in China. Wait, what? Up until now, the Pro Series were made exclusively in Indonesia. Look, if it's a good guitar, it's a good guitar. I don't care where it's made. China has some great little shops. 10S comes to mind. Eastman is super high-end. In my experience though, I haven't come across any Chinese factory that can handle mass production to the quality and consistency that reputable Indonesian factories can. So I'm skeptical, but on this one, I am hopeful to be proven wrong because it's a single cut with a purple mirror top. Please be good, please. Now, Jackson brought back the crackle finish last year, and they're not just sitting on it in 2021. Brandon Ellis from Black Dahlia Murder is getting a signature Kelly in green sparkle. Poplar body, neck through maple construction, ebony fingerboard with reverse shark fin inlays, Floyd 1000 series, Seymour Duncan parallel axis, humbucker. Never seen this kind of pickup before. It's got a dual pole piece layout, which Seymour Duncan says results in more sustain, more articulation, a clear high end, and a tight, focused low end. I mean, every marketing team makes every pickup sound like the best. So I want to hear from you guys. Has anyone tried a parallel axis, and what did you think? Continuing with the crackle paint theme, there's a new Pro Series Rhodes as well. Basswood body, maple neck through, ebony fingerboard, comes in lightning crackle, and then the excellently named Mall Crackle. Been playing a lot of Star Wars Battlefront 2 with Andrew Bain and Pete Cottrell recently. Great tribute. Good job, Jackson. Seymour Duncan JB59 combo, Floyd 1000 series. Now I think Jackson V's are some of the cheesiest guitar shapes on the planet, especially with the reverse headstocks. So not into them, but crackle paint finishes are very, very cool. It's not like a decal or a photo or anything like that. There's a process to it, and the cracks form naturally and unpredictably. So it's basically like each one is a one-off in a way, which I'm always a fan of. I love when you or I could buy the same guitar and still have unique guitars from one another. I mean, yeah, the paint just looks dope with the matching headstock, and it's all over the back and the neck of the guitar too. So yeah, not a fan at all of the shape. Big fan of the crackle finish though. I wish Charvel would start doing that again in some of their models. Now, Misha's Stratsig is the one that's stealing all the headlines, but we need to talk about his new juggernauts as well. They now have Evertune versions, a 6 in chalk gray and a 7 in Gulf blue. Yes, I am so ready to see Evertune creeping into more brand's high-range import models. These already had good specs, basswood bodies, roasted maple necks and fingerboards, lumen lace side dots. It's one of only 2 import production models that I can think of that have 20-inch fingerboard radii, the other being Mark Holcomb's PRS SE. So that's awesome for fans of ultra flat fingerboards. Then add the Evertune bridge. These are just miracle devices for tracking guitar. Perfect intonation, perfect string tension, always in tune. So cool. And they're not the only new import Jackson to come with Evertunes. There's a new addition to the DK Modern series with an Evertune 6 in satin graphite. Basswood body, bolt-on 3-piece maple wenge neck with graphite reinforcement, ebony fingerboard, lumen lace side dots, Godo, locking tuners, and then Fishman Fluence open core pickups. I really like how they've gone with white instead of black, which I think most people would have expected them to go with. This just pops way more. And the overall model reminds me of the Jackson version of Ibanez's Axion label RGD 61 AL ET. I actually have one of those. It got lost in the FedEx ether for weeks. Randomly showed up, demo that coming soon. Subscribe if you want to see it. We're pushing to 100K. But back to Jackson. I mean, I love the Fishman Evertune combo. I like to think that they were inspired by my Squier Hello Kitty upgrade video. Another addition to the DK Moderns, a multi-scale 7 in Eureka Mist. Unlike Dean's new multi-scales, this is more traditional, if that's a word that can be used for multi-scales. Fan fret layout, no perpendicular nut here. 27 to 25.5 inch scale length, angled hip shot bridge, same DK Modern specs, basswood body, bolt-on 3-piece maple wenge neck, lumen lays, tusk nut, Godo locking tuners, Fishman Fluence Moderns with that associated clarity and multiple voices. I mean, yeah, I'm not as big into multi-scales anymore now that I've discovered the magic of Evertune, but I know there are people who swear by that 27-inch baritone scale length on the lower strings. Just chugs harder, bro. But yeah, for fans of multi-scales and of Jackson guitars, can't really go wrong with this. Then a Pro Series King V. Mahogany body, maple neck, ebony fingerboard, tunematic bridge and hardtail, EMG 8185 combo. I mean, yeah, it's a pointy, thrashy Jackson. Let's move on to the single cuts. There are 2 new Pro Series Monarchs. One in satin black with gold hardware, very Black Beauty inspired. Mahogany body with an arched maple top, maple neck, ebony fingerboard. The ghost fin inlays are so cool. I've always found the shark fin inlays kinda cheesy. These are dope though. They look much classier. Seymour Duncan JB59 combo, a classic. Or if you're more into modern finishes, there's a transparent purple burst version as well. Same specs, but for 150 more, you also get a poplar burl top. Again, very Ibanez-y. You know, I'm a huge fan of single cuts, but I gotta be honest, I'm not really digging these, and I can't put my finger on why. Maybe it's the pointy headstock, maybe it's the weird, short, shallow horn. The neck cutaway for better upper fret access also looks a bit odd. Like it's rounded in one way, but then the angle is also very abrupt. I'm not sure what to think about these, honestly. I'm conflicted. We move. Whoops, I got up to do something real quick and completely forgot that I wasn't done making this video. But we're back now, let's continue. So the Pro Series is getting about 1 million new maple neck through soloists, pretty much all featuring dual Duncan distortions. Dual Duncan distortions, I love alliteration. Starting with the mahogany body variants, the SL2As have ash tops and are getting a new unicorn white color in both Floyd and hardtail versions. Your choice of 6 or 7 strings. I love transparent white stains where you can still see the natural grain, so that's really cool, and a ton of options to choose from if you like that as well. The SL2Ps have poplar burl tops. Floyd version comes in transparent black burst and caramel burl. Not gonna lie, I originally read that as camel burl. In my mind, I was still like, yeah, that makes sense. That's a great name. Right here, petition to make Jackson change the actual name to camel burl. Then the hardtail version comes in transparent black burst and desert sand. See? Camel, desert sand? Tell me camel burl doesn't make more sense. Wait, desert and camel might have been from last year. I don't know, man. The Jackson soloists kind of just blend together. We move. The SL2Q is getting a new color in transparent purple quilt with a gold Floyd. I feel like with the pointy headstock, this would make a great secret bonus weapon in Saints Row. Anyone else play those? What a ridiculous series of games. By far, the coolest new soloist, though, is the SL3R. Now, it doesn't look like anything special on the new for 2021 page. Looks like a regular white HSS soloist, basswood body, maple neck through, but wait, hold up. The entire top is one big mirror. Even the headstock is a matching mirror that's had the Jackson logo laser etched in. That's cool. They should put the word mirror or something on the grid page because I think a lot of people are gonna miss that, especially if you're not a big Jackson fan. I missed it, and I've been staring at the page for the last hour. Duncan distortion in the bridge, 2 SSL6 single coils. Now that I know it's a mirror guitar, this just became a lot more interesting. Chrome hardware, mirror pickup ring, aluminoid inlays too. This is actually super dope. It's the first soloist I'm genuinely interested in. And just a couple of days ago, we talked about Charvel releasing this dope green bass. I generally don't even get excited at all about bass, but that one with the roasted maple neck and gold hardware, amazing. Jackson also has a green bass. It's not quite as nice, it's actually really awful. We move. The rest of the new line focuses around the X series. I'm not going to go into great detail about all of them because, quite frankly, every X series I've played has been at best mediocre and at worst an absolute piece of crap. But there are a couple of interesting ones that I wanted to highlight. The first is the JS series Dinky JS24. Bolt-on construction, mahogany body, comes in red stain and black stain. Now everyone's losing the over Squire adding roasted maple to their contemporary series guitars, and yeah, for good reason. Roasted maple on sub $500 guitars, that's insane. A few years ago, that would have been unthinkable. But why is no one talking about this Jackson? Because for $299 US, it also has a roasted maple neck and fingerboard. NANI? Has no one else seen this? Because maybe for some reason Jackson's hidden it on like page 5 of the new 2021 models? What are you doing? Roasted maple neck and fingerboard for $300? Put that on page 1. I don't understand. From a marketing perspective, genuinely infuriating. The other ones aren't as exciting. There's a new X-Series Soloist SL1X. Obviously, bright pink Strat. It's like a moth to flame type situation. If single cut awareness is the main theme of this channel, pink guitars for metal is probably the secondary theme. It reminds me a lot of the HM Strat I demoed last year, poplar neck through construction. And on the subject of pink, the DK3 XRs have some silly bright colors in cobalt blue and neon green that come with pink pickups and matching pink logos on the headstock. Not really sure what to say about these besides and they exist. I am impressed though, even on these budget Jacksons, they still have the 12 to 16 inch compound fingerboard radius. They still have the graphite reinforcement in the neck. Oh wait, Christian Andreo of Gojira has his new signature Rhodes. How did I miss this? Like, okay, I really don't with pointy shapes, especially the Rhodes, but wow. If this isn't one of the classiest pointy guitars I've ever seen. Natural flame maple top, outlined by black bevels, matching headstock, poplar body, maple neck through, ebony fingerboard, no inlays for that super clean look. Single Jackson high output humbucker. Kind of surprised that isn't a DeMarzio or something for $899 like you get with Joe's Charvel, but then again, that is a bolt-on, not a neck through. I mean, I love the way that it looks, and I generally really dislike anything pointy. Jackson and Christian, well done, very well done. And what a time to be a Gojira fan though. New album on the horizon, both Joe and Christian have signature models, and the Neural DSP Archetype Gojira plugin just dropped. I just so happen to have a video out on that you should check out. The plugin is sick, and I'm actually really proud of how the Gojira inspired demo track came out. But anyway, back to the guitars. Actually, we're done. That's basically Jackson's 2021 lineup, and my initial thoughts to what I thought were the standouts. Jackson's a weird one for me. I want to like them a lot more than I actually do, and a lot of the time they don't seem like great value for money when you put them up against Schecter or LTD, for example. Not only in terms of quality, but also specs on paper, especially this year when $1,000 get you stainless steel frets from LTD. But to Jackson's credit, they're releasing a ton of models, a few that look real cool. The Marty Friedman model, the Mirror Soloist. What worries me is the Pro Series moving to China. When it comes to mass-produced guitars, if the X Series I've tried are anything to go by, made in China isn't usually an indicator of consistent good quality if we're talking about Jackson. And while the Pro Series are attainably priced, they aren't super cheap. So at best, I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm also curious to see if they're moving all the Pro Series over or splitting production between China and Indonesia, like how LTD does, but with Korea and Indonesia. Like $1,200 is a lot for a made in China guitar that isn't an Eastman, but I will reserve judgment until I actually get one in my hands. And I will try to get some Jackson on this year since it has been a while and you guys have been asking for them. So here's where I throw it to you. What do you think of the 2021 Jackson lineup, and what do you think of the Pro Series possibly moving over to China exclusively? Which models do you think are most exciting, and what do you want to see on the channel? Any and all thoughts, I'd love to hear them in the comments down below. And that'll do it for this episode of ASKgufish. If you enjoyed it, do me a favor and hit the like button. Loads more NAMM content and reactions to come. I've been uploading near daily. It's been nuts. Subscribe and turn on notifications that way you don't miss any new uploads. Merch and Patreon to support the channel, as well as social media and Discord server links are in the description. As always, thanks so much for watching. You've been awesome, and I'll see you for the next video.